Hello, everyone. A very good morning to all of you. Today, we have Tejal Shah with us, and she will be talking about the importance of special education for children with Down syndrome. So, talking about Tejal, she is an international speaker, a certified special educator, and founder of Bangalore Humsafar, a parent support group for persons with Down syndrome. She is also the co founder of the first certificate course on Down syndrome, and recently she has been awarded as the best educator by DSFI. And she's also won an Excellence Award by IRC for contributing towards the cause of Down syndrome and establishing a course on Down syndrome for the first time in India, which is now accessible even worldwide. So this was a very brief introduction, but there is a lot more to Tejal, and I think Tejal, you should take over and go ahead with your presentation and tell us and enlighten us more about Down syndrome and how we can help our kids with that.
Thank you so much, Priyadarshini, for a wonderful introduction. It's an honor and a privilege for me to be, speaking on this platform of Mom's Belief today. Before I start off with my presentation on special education, I want to share a little bit information about myself. So I'm blessed with a child with Down syndrome, and she's 7 years old. And special education has been a gift for my child and for children with Down syndrome whom I've worked with and I have seen. And I believe every child with Down syndrome should be given special education because children with Down syndrome have immense potential and they can do wonders if a well-informed special educator works with them. So when I met a special educator for my daughter, she was just 1 year old already, and I wished I met the educator earlier. That is how I chose to speak on this topic of special education today, because I think the earlier we meet a special educator, we get more ideas to spend time with our little ones, because otherwise we generally miss out with our busy schedules around our little ones, right? So it is always better to get opinions and inputs from a specialist for us to do better for our children. I know a lot of children with Down syndrome who have grown up to become wonderful individuals and have not worked with special educators also. I don't deny their abilities. I am only saying that awareness about the need of special education was very little few years back, right? And now that we have a little more awareness about the condition and about special education, and we know that this expertise is a boon for our children, we definitely should avail it. Okay, now I would like to share my presentation. Are you able to hear me? I think there's some message on the chat box saying there is no sound.
They might have to rejoin, as at times it becomes a problem when you don't join properly or right. There's a network issue. So I would request anyone who's having issues in listening to whatever is being said, please try rejoin the session. It will help.
Right. So before I start, if at all you can, I would request all the participants to feel free to post all your questions during my presentation, and you can unmute yourselves towards the end of my presentation if at all you want to ask any question verbally. Otherwise, you're free to put on the chat box any questions which you have, and I will keep answering them. Okay, I will start with my presentation now. So is the screen visible, Priyadarshini?
Yes, it is.
Okay, great. So we start from the basics. So what is special education? So it's a practice followed by special educators to design programs and work with every child individually according to specific needs of the child to bring out the best in them. So what I mean to say is there is no free size for any child. All children are unique and they have their own specific needs, right? So there is definitely a need for designing a program for every child according to their need. Only then we will be able to see the best output from them. And that is what is the role of a special educator. So many parents ask me, that should we be doing a course on special education? So during my time, even I was confused. But then I realized after doing it that, oh my God, I should have done it on day one, because, I mean, you get so many ideas and you open up with so much information and you research so much and you know your child much better. So I would highly recommend that every parent should do a course on special education. However, even before doing a course on special education, a specific course, about the condition of your child. I mean to say, if the condition of your child is Down syndrome or autism or any other special needs, you must do a specific course on that because that will make you understand your child much better. So immediately the next question is what courses can be done in terms specifically when I talk about Down syndrome. So as most of you are aware that we have launched the first online course on Down syndrome, which covers all the medical aspects which are needed for our children. Then, I mean, anything and everything which you need to know as a parent and as a professional to work with a child with Down syndrome is covered in the certificate course of Down syndrome. The second course is on communication skills, which we have just launched and we'll be starting in February. So that also will give you a great input as to how exactly, you need to work with your, with the speech and the language of your child. Because as we all know, children with Down syndrome, for children with Down syndrome, speech is the most crucial part. So that is recommended. So once you finish all this, you can actually, if you're really interested to do more and you want to help out other children also with your knowledge, you can go ahead and, if you want to work towards special education, you can do post-graduation diploma courses, which are available in all these RCI approved centers, which are some of them from Bangalore are IRC and KPMRC, which are some of the most reputed ones. And you can actually select the RCI approved programs, which have more credit so that your opportunities are wider. Any questions? I can't see any questions. Priyadarshini, can you help me? Okay. Share the fee structure. Yes, I will be sharing the flyer with you. Towards the end of the presentation, there is my contact number and my email ID. Please get in touch with me and I can share all the relevant details. Or you can, go through the Down Syndrome Federation of India website, or the information about the course is there. For the communication course, you'll have to get directly in touch with me. So kindly share links of online courses RCI recognized, please. And if you have some WhatsApp group. Yeah, sure. So RCI has, their own website, and you can directly Google and go to the website. If you just Google RCI approved centers and approved courses, you will get the entire list. So you can go ahead with that. Okay, I'll go ahead with the next slide. So what courses? I think we covered this. So what is the role of a special educator? So conduct regular assessments. So conducting regular assessments of the child is extremely important. Only then will you be able to know whether what the targets and the goals which you have put for your children, whether you are able to achieve it. So regular assessments and interventions are extremely important. Developing an individualized educational plan is also a very important plan which needs to be made for every child after assessment, and to work closely with the regular teachers, coordinators to foster the teaching and learning of students with additional requirements, design curriculum along with the teachers, and make modifications to the general education teaching lesson plans, and to create learning materials for specific concepts to make learning fun. So what are the benefits of pursuing courses in special education? So once you pursue a course on special education, you definitely, as I mentioned earlier also, and reiterate that you get a clarity about your child's conditions, you get a structure to work with your child, right? You are very much clear as to what exactly your child's needs, because now you know all the medical aspects, you know everything about the child through the course. So you will be able to guide and share your inputs with the teachers who are working with your child, because you would have got a lot of perspective. And other parents who are also struggling, you can also help them. You will be able to understand the need of your child. Sorry, I'm not able to see the complete presentation, so it's just 1 second. Yeah, you will also be able to help other children with similar conditions. So there's a question. I'm looking for help for IEP and tips and tricks to teach him. Can you help me with it? Yes, towards the end, you can just give me a little more information about your child, and we can, I can give you some tips on that, definitely. How do children benefit if special education is part of their routine? So, if we are meeting a special educator on a regular basis, and there is a plan set throughout the day, with, including all the activities from physical to mental to creative. If you have a complete plan and if you follow that from day one, you will see wonders, on your child. There will be so much clarity, so much confidence in the child. They will have a lot of fun while learning, because there are a lot of educators' role is to make education fun, and there are so many creative inputs from the educator's side, which makes learning so much fun for the child. So that makes learning very, very interesting for the child, and the child gets a lot of exposure. They get a lot of exposure to different ways of learning, and it becomes very easy for them. And the concepts are extremely clear, because every concept are taught in very, very practical ways by, by different methods, kinesthetic, by multisensory approach, by visual, because our children are most of them are visual learners. So a lot of visuals the educators use to teach the child. So, whatever is taught through them, it's absolutely clear. I'll just see the questions. Kindly share. Is there a certificate online course on autism? Yes. Yeah, as I mentioned, the RCI approved center from IRC as well as KPMRC, you can get in touch with them, and they have 2 years diploma as well as they have 1 year diploma also. You can get in touch with them. Kindly share online ABA courses with fee structure. So again, you can get it all online. As I said, RCI approved courses. If you just type that, you will get all the information about all the different courses. The next question, how we can go about finding a good special educator. So, you can contact different organizations like St. John's. Even Moms Believe have lovely special educators and have great feedback. You can contact me also, and we can help you out. Ma'am, kindly, the next question. Madam, kindly, the fee structure and timing of the course. Yes, I will be sharing the flyer with you. Please contact me. Towards the end, I have the my contact number will be shared. You need to please ping me and I will share you the details. Course for speech therapy, yeah, on communication, which we are starting in February. You can go ahead with that course. It will be really helpful. The next slide, I think the next question, please share the details about post-graduation diploma. I think there are repetitive questions. I've mentioned about all the courses. They're all available on the online Google. If once you do Google RCI approved courses, you will get it there. Okay, I think we are done with all the questions. So inclusive schools or special schools, which are better? Anytime the inclusive schools will be better for our children with Down syndrome because they are majorly visual learners and they look and learn. So the more typical behavior they see, the better they develop. So it's always advisable if the child is from mild to moderate condition, they should be going to an inclusive setup, and because that will give that is the best way for them to develop, and they feel more challenged and competitive, and they they actually perform better in regular schools, of course under the guidance of teachers who are aware. You have to be very selective on the kind of schools you choose, because you have to see whether the school is aware about the condition, whether they have teachers who are sensitive, and if they have special educated team, that's an added advantage, because that is a complete package which is required for your child to give the best. The next slide is, yeah, and I would like to end my presentation with this quote. Some see disabilities, but special education teachers see possibilities and abilities. Special education is my superpower. Thank you so much. We'll take questions now. And this is my email ID and my contact number. You can connect with me for any queries. And also you can follow my YouTube channel, which is Happiness is Khushi, wherein I keep on giving a lot of, ideas as well as awareness, information about, what else you can do for your children with Down syndrome, as well as about my daughter, what all she's achieved. So, and because children with Down syndrome are limitless, and let us not underestimate them. Okay, we'll open for questions, please. Yeah, is there anybody who has any questions?
Ram Ranjan has raised his hand, so I'll be unmuting him now.
Sorry?
Ram Ranjan, you can ask your question.
I can't hear. Is there anybody who is talking?
Manju is on unmute. Manju will ask a question. Hi Manju, you can continue
Hello,
asking.
good morning. Yeah, good morning to everyone. Ask you something. My daughter is also having a Down syndrome. She is right now 4 years. Okay. Hello.
I'm
Yeah,
not.
ma'am, can you hear me?
Yeah, now I can hear you. Can you please tell me?
Yeah. I said my daughter has a Down syndrome. She is 4 year old.
Right.
Where I feel what is the issue I'm facing regarding her speech. Rest of the things she understand each and everything. She used to give the clues, each and everything she's aware. She's walking, dancing, playing, each and everything she is doing. The only thing, very few words she is able to speak, like mama, papa, dada. Roti ko she used to say go. To, gogi, like these. So few words she is not able to speak out, like ल नहीं बोल पाती है अभी. So these are the issues I am facing right now. So I want to improve her vocabulary portion of the very important speech. So can you help me out in this area?
So for vocabulary and for speech, I'll tell you for both. For speech, are you going for any speech therapy?
No, ma'am. Few time back I have gone, but I didn't find any positive response. I'm basically from Jammu, and sorry to say, but here the people, the actual who has the good hand in this area, they just employ the other people for these things, and they are just making a money. They are not contributing their efforts. So it's better I have taken her back from there. I used to work out on her, and a few months back, in fact, she started with mama, papa, all that, and she started schooling also last year in the month of October. But due to the lockdown, she have just gone to 4 months, or for only 4 months to the school.
Right.
And these are the things I am facing.
Okay, so I want to ask you, are you what are you doing exactly for the speech? Because how is her oromotors? How is her? Are you doing any oro placement exercises for her, or the mouth massages and the tongue massages? And there is a lot of input which you should be giving in the mouth, so that because the muscle tone is weak because of the hypotonia which our children have, and that is how the muscle tone is loose. And sometimes the tongue protrudes and the tongue is not able to move all around the mouth and so easily. So a lot of exercises are recommended, which a speech therapist or a talk tools therapist will be able to guide you, because that is what is the one of the main reasons which the clarity lacks. So you need to do all the exercises, and only then you can see the speech clarity happening. So are you doing any of the exercises?
No, ma'am. No. In fact, first time I've heard all these things from your side. I am not aware.
The question. So, hello?
Yeah, Tejal, you're audible. Please go ahead.
Yeah, so I was answering the question for speech clarity. And so I was mentioning a lot of exercises, mouth exercises are required. So please, follow up with a certified talk to therapist as well as a speech therapist. If at all you don't have any, please connect with me. I can introduce you to our support group team also, and you can take online sessions as of now. They're really working very well with all our children. So I can, support you like that. And for when you're talking about vocabulary, you need to do you should be reading a lot of stories to your child, and a lot of interaction is required. Anything and everything under the sun, you need to talk to your child, throughout the day, from the time the child wakes up till the time the child has gone to sleep. Continuous conversation about everything you should be, telling the child, and a lot of stories on her, that can be a great idea to actually gain her interest, to focus on what you're talking and on the speech, right? And bring her close to your mouth so that she can see what are the movements required. The tongue movements requires for particular sounds. And that you and then because they are very great copy, they can copy very, very easily. So they look and learn. They're most, as I said, they are, most of them are visual learners. So the more they look at you and they observe the mother the most. So the more you talk to her, the better results you'll see. I hope that answers your question. Yeah.
We have a question from Jimmy. I will be unmuting him.
Sure. So meanwhile, there is a question by Renu on the chat. Can I take that?
Yeah, sure. Jimmy, you need to rejoin as your audio option is not visible. You need to rejoin. There's some error at your end.
Okay, so meanwhile, I'll take the question. Ma'am, I am doing these exercises, but she's not able to do. Then how can I help her? So are you being, when I talk about the talk tools, we need to take guidance from the therapist as to how exactly you're doing it. The method is very important, and the technique, how you're doing it, is also very important. It has to be very, very fun-based, and it's just a 10 to 15 minutes exercise every day, just that. So consistency is very important, and how you're doing it is what I would like to know, and only after that I can recommend. So if you're doing it with a lot of fun and a lot of you're not making it like very instruction based, then it's good. But if you're making it very instruction based, the child does not like it. You have to make it very interactive. You can do it yourself on your face and see, oh, that's so much fun, why don't you try it? And then do the massage on her face. So that is the way the child gets involved, right? So try that. How to improve toiletry habits of child who is 8 years old, he's unable to say. So you need to make a routine and give a lot of appreciation, and you have to appreciate once also. If the child is going to the washroom, you need to make sure that you appreciate the child, that he has used the washroom. Because, and the other thing is, you need to give structure, that every day there is certain timelines you need to follow for the child to be toilet trained. And or you can keep alarms that every 2 hours he has to go to the washroom. Early in the morning, there should be a routine that the first thing he should be going to the washroom. So if you follow certain structure and routine, the children just thrive. So you need to follow a structure and routine for our children and to see the best results. So that is the answer to that question. Can you share some exercises or massages for oral speech? So some of the basic exercises are, you can just, take the hands up movement. This movement maybe just 5 times maybe 3 times a day. That really helps in toning of the facial massage on the face. And then, they can take the finger brush to reduce the sensory overload which is happening in the mouth, and rub the gums. Because if there is some sensory issues, that will also restrict the child to speak, and there can be feeding issues also. So you can just take the finger brush and keep massaging the gums of the child. That is also very useful. And how to improve proper stand and walk. Please share some exercises for walking. So the physiotherapist will be the right person to talk about, how to make the child stand and walk. Good morning, ma'am. Actually, the next question is, actually, my son is slow at studies. He writes 4 to 5 sentences in half an hour. Again and again, I say, write down. Then he writes, he forgets what he has taught, what I taught him. So how old is their child, Virat, is what I want to know. And if he's writing 4 or 5 sentences in half an hour, maybe, the fine motors have not developed completely. So you need to see whether there is a lot of strength in the fingers. That also you need to see, because there are a lot of exercises which need to be done before you even start writing. So if the child is 4 or 5 years old and the child has Down syndrome, sometimes the fine motors need take more time to develop. So we need to do a lot of fine motor exercises, a lot of the usage of therapy. There is a similar, or it is a dough-like material which you need to give to the child to improve the fine motor of fine motors of the child. That is very, very helpful. Then a lot of beading, that also helps in fine motor activities, sorting activities, which also helps to a large extent. So all these, the fine motor activities is something which you need to concentrate before the child even starts writing. So if that is sorted, then then the writing becomes easier for the child. So that is what you should be focusing. I said write down, then he writes. He forgets what I teach him. So you need to play a lot of memory games also. You should be giving instructions on a regular basis. Like if you're saying he's forgetting, play a lot of memory games. Just give 2 instructions and see. Initially start with 1 instruction. Just ask him to get something from the other room. Just keep your keys hide under a pillow and ask him to go and get the keys. Yeah, whether he's able to do that. If he's able to do that, then add 1 more instruction, to that. Maybe hide something else. Maybe you ask him to get something from the kitchen, get a plate and a glass, whether he's able to follow 2 instructions at a time. So keep on increasing the instructions, and you will see slowly the memory will also improve. So do that for everything. Ask him to stack the vegetables and bring some vegetables from so you can do so many things in the house itself, so which will really help in the memory development. How can I bring stability to him so that he can sit at one place and do some work with concentration? So first you have to start off with the things he likes. So if, for example, your child likes to play with sand, so just give him sand. You will see the concentration will improve drastically. So what you have to do is, first you have to give something what he likes, and then you should tell him, okay, after this we do a little bit of reading, and then again something of your interest or something what you like, right? So why don't you try something like that? So that way, you will see a lot of development in terms of concentration. If the child shows some behavior issues, how to take him to toilet? Please guide. So what kind of behaviors are you talking about, Shanti, is what I want to know. Are you there? I'm waiting, Shanti. Meanwhile, if there is anybody else who wants to ask any question, can unmute and please go ahead. Yeah, Shanti, you've raised your hand. You can unmute.
You can unmute yourself, Shanti. You can now speak, Shanti.
Shanti, you have just raised your hand. I think you can unmute her.
She's on unmute. She can speak.
Yeah.
I think she's some network error at her.
Yeah, you're right. Teacher training, somebody's asking teacher training. You can join the communication course, which we are launching, and you will definitely benefit, and a lot of training will be there, as well as you can join the Down syndrome course, which will help you a lot. Preeti, I hope that answers your question. Will you be sharing recordings with us that Priyadarshini can let us know? Alice
Rishi, you can
Sachdeva.
unmute yourself. Yeah.
Hello, ma'am. Yeah, I'm Preeti here. Hello, Tejal, ma'am.
I think you should go ahead with Alice's question because she has already put it in the chat box.
Sure.
We'll try and take it from the other person.
Okay, great. So my son is 4 years and he runs so fast. One second, I think the chat goes up. And he runs so fast in an open space. Also, he runs on concrete rather on green grass area. He's super active while running. How to control? So you need to, show him a lot of visuals of the after effects, of the dangers which are related to that particular situation. If at all he just runs on the road, what is going to happen? He might meet with an accident. So you should be showing him a lot of visuals as to what is going to happen if you continue doing this. It will not happen in a day. You have to continuously do over a period of time and slowly it will register. And when he is in that situation also, you need to immediately get hold of him and try and explain him the situation at that point of time as well. And before even going to all these open spaces, you should prepare the child while before you're stepping out of your home, that this is how we are going to this place. You should be walking with your mama, you should be holding hand, and if you run away, it's going to be very dangerous. You are going to hurt yourself. So if you prepare the child is already ready, because many times they don't know and they're just very excited and they just go everywhere. So if you keep on telling them over a period of time, you will see the benefits of teaching him regularly, as well as he will definitely understand after a period of time. But repetition is the key, and you should continue talking to the child as well as showing a lot of visuals. The next question. How can I improve sensation issues of a child, as my brother is 8 years old and he used to play with his hands for hours. He also got busy with keys or bangles, playing with them for hours. So yeah, so he has that need. So you need to meet a sensory integration therapist or an occupational therapist for to do a complete assessment as to what all sensory needs he has. So accordingly, they will recommend you as to what exactly needs to be done. My son is 5.5 years old and he throws the things, whatever in his hand. Sometimes could you help us to know how to control? Yeah, so maybe he just wants to see what sound is coming, many times it happens, right? They just want to throw and see what is happening, and or for attention. So what exactly is happening? And Jai Shankar, is that the issue? Do you want to unmute and tell me? So does he throw everything or... Are you there, Jai Shankar?
Jalaj, can you try and unmute Mr. Jai Shankar?
Yeah, sure. Jai Shankar, you can ask your question.
Yeah. Hi, madam. Good morning.
Hi, Jai Shankar. Yeah, please tell me.
My kid always throw the things, whatever in his hand sometimes.
So everything he's throwing, is he having any attention? What do you do after that?
Oh, see seriously, that's it.
Sorry?
So just to know him, I will see him seriously. That's it.
No, I'm not able to hear. Seriously?
Hello?
Yeah.
No, I will, whenever he show the thing, right, he throw the things, I will see him seriously, then he will run away. That's it.
So does he throw from the balcony down or at home? What exactly does he do? Does he throw at the home or from in the balcony? Does he
What the home outside,
it's
whenever
falling down, or is that what he's doing?
whenever we go for walk and home also, he takes some things and he throw, madam.
So you have to ask him to just pick it up and put it back. After throwing, what do you tell him? Don't throw, right?
Yes, yes.
So what you have to do is you have to ask him to, you have to pick it up and you need to put it back in the right place, and you are not going anywhere after that. You have to be very firm. You know, if at all you think that he's just throwing a tantrum, you need to control it there and there. Because if you just say don't throw, he doesn't know what next he has to do, right? So you have to tell him what he's supposed to do. If he's throwing, he is not supposed to throw. He is to pick that material, the toy back, and put it in the place. And if at all he's continuing to do the same thing again and again, he will not be allowed to play. Or you just take, you have to take away some of his favorite toy or his favorite favorite food that day, so that he understands that, okay, this is a wrong behavior. If you just say, no, don't throw it, he will continue doing that, right?
Correct.
So you have to tell him what to do instead of saying not to do. Yeah,
Okay.
I hope that answers your question.
Yes, thank you, madam.
You're welcome.
Shravani has a question.
Yeah. Yeah, please go ahead.
You can ask
Hello,
your
madam.
question.
Hello.
Hello, madam. Good morning.
Morning.
Madam, I'm having a 2 years girl. She was recently, from 1 month, she was bitterly crying for 1 hour like that. Even I say, stop, baby, stop. I'll give you something like that. How much I'm doing also, she's not listening. She was so much showing her anger. And she was beating, I mean, she was like with leg, she was beating me. Recently, from 1 month only, for 1 hour. How many people will come and tell also, she's not listening at all.
So,
Bitterly,
sorry.
She was crying very bitterly.
So was there any pain she's complaining? Is she able to say a few words?
No, I'm asking whether you are getting any stomach pain or any other pain. Just I'm doing a tenderness, means like palpating her stomach and even ears, everything I'm palpating. But there is no pain when during I'm palpating. But I don't know why suddenly, like at night, 2 o'clock, like 2 o'clock, 4 o'clock, she was getting and crying.
So I think definitely she's facing some issue internally and she's not able to communicate in the right words. So
Okay.
you need to,
Actually, yesterday night when she was crying, I saw her lips burst became so much red. So I thought when any sources any sources are there like throat sources I saw on the lip there is some like white patches. Yesterday I saw very little small minute patches I have seen. Is it that is for the reason she was crying?
So it can be one of the reasons, or she's having some allergy, or is she constipated?
No. She's good with that stool.
Bowel system.
Bowel system is very good.
Okay, great. So you need to see if at all some allergies are there. So it can be possible if some food allergies are there after eating something. Is she complaining of the pain? You have to observe all that. So certain foods don't suit our children. So you need to be very careful as to if at all she's complaining. You should be getting a food allergy test done also.
Yeah.
So that you come to know as to what is she allergic to, right? So if at all she is allergic to some things, she might get pains also for that. So you need to be very careful. Like, for example, my daughter is unable to take spicy food. She will get very, very red and she'll keep on crying. So I have to really avoid that food and she is fine after that, right? So you have to really check the food allergy test you should do and figure out as to if, because that is the only thing I can see. Because if you're saying that she is getting up in the middle of the night, so it's just not attention seeking, right? It is more of pain internally. And you're seeing some patches on the lips also. So there must be some allergy problem due to some food allergy also, it might happen.
But I did not introduce any new food for her from 1.5 year. I'm saying food I'm giving for her, and she is good with eating spicy also.
Okay, but still, I would suggest the system internally keeps changing, so you should get the test done.
Okay, thank you, madam.
It will
Thank
be
you,
really
madam.
helpful. Yeah.
One more request, madam. I'm
Yeah.
having a 5 years boy also. His behavior is good, but he never mingles. Means he will mingle with the people, but he won't participate with that people in the playing or like that. He never participate.
So
And
he's having Down syndrome?
no, madam, nothing.
Ah, okay.
No,
He's a
madam.
regular child.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, a regular child. So it means he is opposite. See, at this 5 years, the child they will be so much active, like in playing or anything. But always he will be dull and like somewhat he's thinking. He's always in the thinking.
He's always thinking. So he's close to, have you been, how has he been from childhood?
He's good from childhood. He's very calm.
Okay.
He's very calm. Never no one will believe that this means the child will be like that or not. Means everyone will be appreciate him. No one have seen like this boy how much he's calm. But I thought this is normal. But now I'm saying that much calm means is it normal behavior or anything else?
So he's going to he's not able to mingle in groups?
He will mingle, but he won't participate.
So why don't you take him to some group programs? There are so many fun-based group musical programs which are there for children up to 10 years. There are rhythm and rhyme programs are there. There's
Yeah,
so much
madam.
fun happening, and there's a group of mothers and children together who are participating. So you need to take him to different fun-based dance programs, fun-based musical programs. A lot of dramatics also can be done at his age. So you have to start introducing all these things, and then you will see his interest is where, and he may open up there. You should start giving him as many opportunities and see what he likes. After that, you will see him opening up, is what my personal opinion.
Yeah, madam. I'll say what you are saying. I'm doing that only. But see, the one situation. See, if I'm taking to the one program, he will come with me, but he won't concentrate on that. That he will think something else, and he wants something else. Means never he will be concentrating on particular thing, particular or event.
Okay.
Other than he will be thinking, means he is saying that no, I'm not interested, or he was telling no, we will go there, we will see the
You have to ask him, what does he like, what do you want to do? Why don't you ask him what is his likes? Only that you do,
yeah,
just
madam.
ask.
Yeah, madam, same thing. So I'll see his abilities. So what ability he was showing and what interest he was showing, according to that only, I will take him to the event. But there also he won't participate or he won't listen. He will be in some like what we say, like another world.
In the school, what do they say?
They will say Chetan is very calm. He never means he won't be doing any fights or like that. Everyone will be appreciating him. No one will say he is like that. But everyone will say he's calm. He is calm. He never beat anyone. He never misbehave with anyone like that. He will be saying.
Everybody will complain that my child is behaving badly, and you are complaining that your child is calm.
Yeah, madam. No, madam. This is I thought this is good, but
no, that is just his personality, is what I feel. Because he communicates that what he likes, what he does not like. Maybe he's not an extrovert. He's an introvert, and he wants to be like that. So give him some more time and try to expose him to the things what he likes and all, and see at least till 7 years you should see. After that, you can meet for some counseling sessions with the school counselor itself, because they will be observing him throughout the day. And you can figure. I don't think it's something major, but just keep a watch.
Madam, my girl, Actually, from 5 years, I'm not working. So recently, I'm working like a psychologist here.
Okay.
Yeah, but when I started my job, from that, my child was not behaving, and means whether she's losing my presence or not, I don't know. But always, like what I said, you complained bitterly, she was crying. Whether that is the reason or internally she's having any problem.
No, you said from 1 month she's facing issue and she's getting up in the middle of night and sometimes in the day and she's completely only crying, right?
Yeah, madam, but
And she's got some allergy also, right? On the patches also.
so 5 months over 5 months, from 5 months I'm started doing job. So means if the behavior means it will, if the behavior changes immediately, it won't change, no, it will take time. Means like that I was thinking whether the behavior was changed because she was losing my presence or not. That's why she was behaving like that. Means stubbornly she was doing, means she was very stubborn, she never listens. How much I'm concerning her, how much I'm doing her, also she's not listening. She is very stubborn for like for one some duration.
So I think you have to be more sensitive towards her. She needs more attention and she's just 2 years old. She will, I mean, how were we? You know, you have to put yourself in her shoes. Just 2 years she is. I mean, all of us are stubborn now also. She is just 2 years, you know, just give her some time. And I'm sure she would be missing you when you were working. So
So
that can
that
be
was,
also definitely one of the reasons.
yeah, madam, that was the I that is my means I was thinking like that only. She was missing or not. That's why she was behaving like that. Means she can't, they can't express, no, madam, you are not. I'm missing you. I want you, like that. They won't express, no. So in by so she was. I think she was expressing in that way, like crying. She was
But if
not
she's
listening.
continuously crying and you know in the then it's not throughout the day, right? It is only towards the night as well as I mean it's always there or
Yeah,
how is it?
actually, morning I was handovering her to the grandmother. So at her presence, she never cries. When I come to the home, from that time she will be starting crying.
Right. Yeah. So she definitely is missing you also. But you should also consult, I think, for allergy. When you're telling me about the patches, no, I'm just thinking that why not just give one test?
Okay,
There's
madam.
no harm in getting the test done. No, we all
Yeah,
get
madam.
so many tests done. It's always better
Yeah,
to
ma.
just rule out that. No.
Okay, madam. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Tejal, many parents are also waiting to ask their questions.
Yeah, please. So, how to, okay, there are 20 new questions. So, some kids never talk single words in school, but they talk sentences in home. Why is it so? Because you know the kind of acceptance they are getting in the school might not be the same the way you do it at home, so you have to be involved in the school also and keep regularly interacting with the teachers and the helpers who are interacting with your child as to how is the child behaving in the school and is there any way you can help. You have to be involved. That is the only way out to improve their interaction in school also, because if they are capable of talking full sentences at home, so that means they are more comfortable with you at home, right? So just keep that in mind. Next question. Ma'am, you teach do teacher training. Yeah, I have already mentioned that we have these courses, so you can please join that and you will get full information. How to improve, yeah, I think all this is done. I think I went up. Just give me a moment. So Darshika is 8 years. While playing, she used to hug and kiss and pull hands with friends and small kids. She happy to play, but all afraid to play with her. So yeah, so you need to teach the right behavior of your child, right behavior to your child. What is it that is expected out of her at home? Only then she will be able to behave in that manner in the group. It is not the fault of other children also because they are not used to that kind of behavior, right? So like hugging, some children don't like. So you need to inform your child, educate your child that this is the hugging can only be done with your mama or papa. You know, beyond that, you don't hug anybody. Those are certain rules you need to continuously be teaching your children, because children are very lovable, and they just, they just feel very excited when they like somebody, and they tend to hug. So you need to maintain certain rules to make it sorted for the child in the brain, right? So can I know what all courses? I already mentioned about the courses. How many? Ma'am, my son is 9 years old. He is very active, but his focus is very, very poor. Please suggest how we can improve his focus and concentration. He is an ADHD child. Okay. So he is 9 years old, and his focus is, so as I always mention, whatever the child likes, that activity you should be giving him more to improve his concentration. And after that, you should be telling him that this is what I am giving you because you like. And after that, you should also listen to what mama wants you to do, right? And after that, we will do again. So then it becomes two-way, and you will slowly see the concentration improve. Yeah, and otherwise there are so many other activities also which you can actually do for improving the concentration, the memory game, as I mentioned. There are the beading activities, the dough play activities. So the kitchen pretend play games, all these help in improving the concentration, if at all the child is interested in that game. So you need to see what is the interest of the child and just follow that. That is the mantra. Should we not find if throwing may be from parental behavior? Sorry, I think it went up. Okay, my 3 years daughter who has delay in milestone can't express her need, has tantrum in imagination, soon feels bored with new objects, repetition of hitting objects, repetition of words. She has sensory issues. Kindly guide us. We need to take therapy for sensory integration, other therapies, etc. Toilet training is major issues. She has attention deficit, does not follow instruction, how to proceed. We are already with mom's belief. Oh, okay. So you're already in safe hands. Mom's belief is already helping you out. So I'm sure they are taking a lot of care. So what I would say is if she's not able to express her need, you need to give words to her expression. So if at all she's pointing something, you just need to, if she's pointing towards the aeroplane, you should, oh, is that the aeroplane? Oh, you like the aeroplane? If she's pointing towards some food, if you're giving option, you should give options. Okay, you want dal or you want khichdi? Oh, okay, she just points. So you just start giving words to that. That is the way you add vocabulary to our children. So that is one of the ways, and it's really helpful. You should be very involved with all the activities of your child to see to it that their needs are fulfilled, right? Yeah, repetition of hitting objects. I think she's doing all this out of frustration because she's not able to express it. So that is how she's expressing, by different gestures, by, once she gets the speech, once she gets the language, she will not be doing that. So you need to first focus on building her language and be very involved with your child. The initial years, the early intervention from the parent side is so important for the development of our children, that you will see wonders later on. Me talking to you when my child is 7 years with so much of peace of mind itself shows that, our children can be independent. She is happily in one of my friend's house today, because I have a webinar. She is playing there, and she's so independent by age of 7. All I'm trying to say is, how well we have worked from day one. The initial 7-8 years of your child, you give, and you will see the results for sure, but you should give your 100%. One parent should be completely involved with the child. Only then you will see 100% results in the development of your child. So please mark my words. And
Tejal, we've already we've already shot the time that we had scheduled.
okay, yes.
But yes, since people are asking, maybe we can take 2 more questions.
Yeah, sure.
Hetal wants to ask a question.
Okay, great.
I'll just unmute her. Hetal, yeah, you can ask your question now.
And Tejalji, good morning.
Good morning.
I am a kindergarten teacher.
Okay.
Just now we discussed, right, about a parent saying that the child is throwing things. In my class, what happens, the same cases I got. I'm a KG teacher since 20 years. What I found from there is, this is a parental behavior also. ऐसा ही कुछ माहौल घर पे है. Either the father is throwing something or the mother is throwing something and the child is learning from that also. So when I spoke to the parent, they like understood the thing and that they reduced. घर में जो धमाल हो रहा था, they just maintained it to a level, and that showed some improvement in this child also. Shouldn't we find out, ma'am, whether the same scenario is there at home or not?
That's a great input. Actually, that's a great input which you've given. I completely agree. Parents, the children are a reflection of the parents. So what you said is absolutely right. That can also be one of the reasons. So definitely we should be very alert of what we are doing. We should be preaching what we are practicing. It goes very well with our children. You know, whatever we are teaching, if we are following, for example, if I am eating, I'm walking and eating, my child is going to follow the same. And if I keep on telling my child, you know, you sit on the table, you need to sit on the chair and eat on the table, that is the rule. And if you keep loitering around and eat, they're not going to, follow that. It's confusing the brain more. So definitely your point is valid, ma'am, that we should be checking on that also, that the parents are observing themselves and giving the right behavior because they are the models for the children, right? So thank you so much for your input.
Thank you, ma'am.
Is there anybody else? One last question, Priyadarshini, and after that we're done, right?
Yeah, sure. Jalaj, can you unmute the person who's raised her hand? Shanti Raja, I guess, again has raised her hand.
Please unmute, she can speak.
Shanti, you can ask your question now. This will be the last question for the session. Jalaj, can you put her on unmute?
Shanti, you can unmute yourself.
Since a lot of people have been asking continuously on the chat about the training courses and teacher training courses, so I have just put my number one more time on the chat box. You can please take it from there and connect with me for all the programs which I run and any other program which you want to know.
So Tejal, since there are no more questions and we would like to wrap the session here, but this was really informative. And I guess most of the parents got their answers that they came looking for.
Yes.
And it was really nice having you here on our platform.
Thank you.
We would love to hear from you soon at Mom's Belief. And we hope that parents are happy that they had their questions answered properly. And in case you have any further questions, you can reach out at contact at Mom's Belief. And you can also, talk to her and share your questions with us. We'll try and help you out. Thank you so much for the wonderful session once again, Tejal. And have a good day.